Hi, my name is Paul Mathis, Persevering Paul, the classroom instructor at FaithWorks. This is my first class, and before FaithWorks began, I was scared, I was nervous, I was anxious about how the class was going to go. And since FaithWorks has begun, I have learned that a group of people from different backgrounds and different walks of life can come together and form a family and encourage one another, and can all become stronger individuals by forming a close community together.
Before FaithWorks, I was lost. I didn't know how I was going to manage taking care of my family.
Before I had thought of FaithWorks, I had not worked for 4 months. During that time, I became depressed, confused, had a self-esteem issue. I was unsociable in my family and my community.
Before I came to FaithWorks, I was bored just sitting around my house, not doing anything.
Before I came to FaithWorks, I was released from a 3-year prison sentence and became very overwhelmed with the rapid events coming at me.
Before I came to FaithWorks, I was driving myself into the ground. I didn't have any type of direction. I was spent 15 months in a prison. It was totally dark in there.
Before I came to FaithWorks, I was living under a bridge over at Rose Park for about 4 years. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. My dreams, I didn't know how to make them a reality.
Before I came to FaithWorks, I was just lost. I had lost my mother in 2007, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life.
Before I came to FaithWorks, I felt like I was drowning. I had no faith.
Before FaithWorks, I had a stroke at age 42, being addicted to meth, and I was going in circles.
Before coming to FaithWorks, I was lost in my life. I was searching for direction because of the situations that I had no control over and many bad decisions on my part.
Before I came to FaithWorks, I was directionless and lost. I was like a walking corpse. I was totally depressed.
Before FaithWorks, my life was unrealistic. I was repeating the same things over and over, expecting different results. Losing my 6-month-old daughter, it was tough. Now given a second opportunity, I truly value the relationship with me and my son.
Before I came to FaithWorks, I was at a rough patch in life. I was making all the wrong choices and bad decisions.
Before FaithWorks, I was lost and confused about what I wanted to do the rest of my life.
Since I've been in FaithWorks, I've learned to have more confidence in myself and to be able to stand up in front of a crowd and be able to speak.
Since FaithWorks, I have learned how to breathe through it all, and I am being strengthened in every area of my life. I am an overcomer.
After FaithWorks, I have now seen the light. It's very helpful. Now I can hit any project in my life with courage, strength, and faith and hope.
After 3 weeks of FaithWorks, I have learned to love others. I feel a sense of unity. I am becoming more social, helping others with the problems. I know that I'm in a caring community, a loving community.
Now that I'm at FaithWorks, I am able to be myself, and I discovered my talents, and I am now planning for my future.
At FaithWorks, I've been carried to shore by a supportive second family, and I no longer feel like I'm drowning.
Since FaithWorks, I have learned that I want to be a legal secretary.
Since coming to FaithWorks, I have learned how to become more obedient and allow God to guide and direct my actions.
At FaithWorks, I'm learning I can choose for myself. I'm becoming a person, and I have a purpose.
Since FaithWorks, through their program, have found out what I want to do, which involves the medical field.
During FaithWorks, I am learning how to find a job that best suits me, that I can have a happy life and provide for my family.
After coming to FaithWorks, I am learning that reality is your best friend. We all have visions, and without actions, they're nothing else but a fantasy. Given a second chance to be a father, all I can do is just thank God every day.
At FaithWorks, I am learning to be more confident, and they are helping me with my learning disability.
I've gained confidence and a lot of friends, a new family.
I didn't want to mention some things about myself because I was ashamed, but I feel that it's important that I share with y'all the kind of life I lived and the person that I was, so that I don't take away any of God's glory from creating the person that I am today. My mom would ask me, "What are you going to do the day that I die?" "Mom, the day that you die is the day that I die." Little did I know she was trying to prepare me. How did she know she was going to be leaving me? June 29, 1996 was the day that my world as I knew around me was over. Why didn't I answer her? Why didn't she see life? I just didn't see life without her. From that day forward, everything inside me died with her. The life I had, I no longer wanted. I used drugs to numb the pain every day. I disappeared and my family couldn't find me, and the one person that truly needed me, my baby sister, I left. How could I help her if I couldn't help myself? My only goal was to join my mom. I became pregnant first with Samantha and Sabrina, and God placed two angels in my life to make me want to live again. And for a while, life felt meaningful, but the lifestyle I chose to live wasn't allowing me to be the mom my girls needed me to be, and the mom my mom wanted me to be. We sold drugs, we had our house, cars, and girls had everything they wanted. But as easy as it came, was as easy as we lost it. My husband was sent to prison for 3 years. And once again, I was left alone, but this time with two little girls. So I continued to do the only thing I knew, selling drugs to feed my habit. Everything I owned was gone, and we had nowhere to go. I didn't have nowhere to live. We didn't know what to do. We were staying in motels, trying to figure out where we were going to wind up the next day. My girls went through a lot, and they saw a lot of things that they shouldn't have. So shortly after that, I began to steal. I felt as if this world owed me something, so I began to take from it. I'm Rosario Lavares, a former grad student of FaithWorks. Before I attended FaithWorks, my life was filled with so much hate and anger, always arguing and crying. It was hard for me to get a job. I hated everything about myself. We struggled and did without a lot of things, and my husband was the only income we had. I was a very unhappy person. I felt like I was at the end of my rope. There was a lot of things I wish I could change or done different. I wasn't being a good role model to my children. I remember I started drinking a lot, falling deeper into this hole that seemed so hard to come out of. I was on probation for 5 years. I have a felony record, and my life was going nowhere. When my probation officer recommended this place to me, I felt like I had nothing more to lose. Little did I know this place was going to change my life forever. FaithWorks has offered more than finding a job. It helps to find yourself, to change and accept all the bad and turn it into something positive so that you can prepare for life. I'm a whole different person inside and out. So many doors have opened. It was hard, and it was embarrassing to ask people I hardly knew for help, but being there with them was different. having people believe in me and letting me know that it's okay, I began to start believing in myself. I felt as if a big weight was lifted from my shoulders. FaithWorks not only helped me with finding a job, but also with my everyday. The far most important lesson learned was how important it was to start our days off with prayers, reading out of the Bible, to recognizing the highlights and lowlights of our days. It's real easy for you to forget about your highlight when there's more lowlights. So that meant a lot to me, to make sure I remembered the things that made me happy. When they told me I had an internship at Frontier Welding Products, I couldn't believe that someone was going to actually give me the opportunity I've been waiting for so long. I was scared but anxious. After my internship, I was offered a job. I have learned and accomplished so much since I've been there. To build and create things is so exciting. About 4 months ago, I was assigned over a project that now stands 40 feet in the air, the Buffaloes. I couldn't believe that the owner of Rentec and the director of the Frontier Museum were asking for my input. After the Buffaloes were up, the owner, Jack, set an appointment for my supervisor's family and mine to go get a personal tour of the museum. Having my sister being there sharing that moment with me was amazing. My daughter attends Holland Medical High in the mornings, and she attends Holland Medical High School in the mornings and was accepted into the pharmacy next year. So every morning she drives past the Buffaloes. And one day she texted me shortly after they were up and told me that every time she passes through there that she's going to think of me and that I make her very proud. For her to say that to me, it meant a lot. I couldn't quit crying. God has been so good to me. You see, I've come from being nothing to being something. That's why I'm here today, sharing my personal testimony with you all. FaithWorks has had a great impact on my life. When you choose what you always wanted to be, don't let your past take too much effect in aiming at making your dream come true. I would like to thank my all-powerful God in heaven for saving me and blessing me with FaithWorks and all the people who make FaithWorks possible, especially my husband for always supporting me, and my girls for giving me the strength and the love to keep going, because I know that I'm not going to stop here. And God's word says He can take you out of the fire and He will make it to where you won't even smell like smoke. Thank you.